Smashers, it's the Hulk. Welcome back to another video. Today, I really did want to come back with something positive, but something happened today that I want to touch base on before anyone else does. Also, if you see me smoking, it's because first of all, I smoke for pain and other reasons that people on the internet don't need to know. But at the moment, it's mainly to keep me calm so I don't freak out, because this is. I, I am going to explain in detail, but I'm going to just start from the beginning. So, about. Wait, I'm trying to. There you go. About a week or two ago, me and my roommate started having VR chat group instances, where I have four different VR chat groups, and you know I never really saw the problem with the age thing, just 16 plus, because VR chat is a 13 plus game and my content is rated 16 plus, so I felt like it was fitting. And I feel bad for leaving people out, so if fans wanted to join VR chat, they could, it's but someone, about three people came up to me, pulled me aside. It was originally one, and then it turned into three. So the first person was being pretty respectful about it. They were just saying, hey, in my opinion, they should be separated. I don't really agree with what you're doing, but not really forcing anything or saying anything bad. It was the other people that caused most of it. One of them literally said that you either change your group to adults only, or we will post a video on YouTube saying that you're a pedophile or some bullshit like that. And I'm just like, no, I'm not having that. I I have the logs to prove that, first of all, I did not ban them. I did not kick them. I did not do any of that. That was someone else. That was not me. Um, so if they even bring that up, that's fake information. I can prove it through, the logs in the chat. Um, and I one of the rules I tend to have for VR chat, for anyone who doesn't fit, anyone who is under the age of 16, has to have a responsible parent or guardian of some sort with them at all times if they were going to join one of my instances. Pretty reasonable shit, their parent can watch after them and take responsibility for them. I am okay with that. I don't see an issue with that because, someone who's trustworthy to them is watching them. But they didn't really care. They just thought, they need to be separated regardless. You were, ill on so many levels, yada, yada, yada. And it's just okay, first of all, calm down. Second of all, sure, I may be wrong, and it might be weird for someone, who's 21, me, hanging out and playing games with people younger than me, but realistically, that's what I've been doing my entire life. Most of my friends are younger than me, so it's just second nature. I don't know. It's just I help others. Anytime someone would need something, me and my family would help them. You need somewhere to stay? Stay at my house. That's literally the entire reason my roommate is living here. Both of them, actually. Both of them are living here because they had no else go, and so we took them in. That's just who we are. So it's just, it kind of goes against my nature just to like leave some people out, and you know, like sure, I do have adult groups. Okay, I do have 19 plus groups, but like realistically, no one's actually interested in those. Most people are interested in literally any other group. Like realistically, because if you are a VR chat player, you might be just like, oh, I'm interested in them, and it's just like, yes, but you you as a VR chat player will understand how much competition there is for adult groups, especially for if stuff they can do is very limited, because in my brain, if you're gonna have an adult group, you're gonna do adult things like smoke, drink, do whatever. You're not gonna just hang out and chill. Sometimes you will, but like, just that's just my brain. I don't know. I can't fathom why someone would even be interested in anything more than friendships with someone who's below 18, unless if they're like close to that age. But like, but like it, like that's where the line is. It's just like, if anyone's creepy towards them, we kick them, we block them, you know, we ban them. Any of those three options work perfectly fine. If someone's being a creep, I will kick them, and if they're still being a creep, I'm just gonna block them, or not block them, ban them. I'm gonna ban them. But it's just like, I might be wrong, so I would like some other people, like, if you have an opinion on this, if I'm in the wrong and they're in the right, or if they're in the right, I'm in the wrong. Any opinions work. I just want to know how everyone feels about this. Like, is it just me who just, like, I understand where they're coming from as someone who was taken advantage of as a kid. Like, I even made a speech about it. It is like my second or third most watched video on YouTube. So like, I should know of all people what it's like to be taken advantage of, and I want to try to avoid that. So, and I know putting minors and adults in the same room can be problematic, but if it's a room full of completely normal people, nothing is gonna happen. Like, it's the creeps and weirdos and psychopaths that you have to worry about, and for the most part, are really easy to find in VR chat. Like, they, you know, I have mods who you can't see. They're there, but you won't see them. Like, they're invisible. You won't be able to see them. They can hear you. They can see you. They'll moderate even if you don't know that they're there. And it's to protect other people. So, like, I'm sorry, but like, I have thought of almost every possible situation to avoid what I went through. So, you know, I'm not completely confident that, it's foolproof, but at the same time, it just feels wrong, especially that, like, I understand and respect her opinion, but when you start throwing I'm gonna make a YouTube video about you and ruin everything that you're doing, and ruin your reputation, that's where I draw the line. Like, that's too far. That's way too far. And it's just insane. If I I should have recorded it. I really, really should have recorded it. But I was playing on my roommate's phone, and they don't really have something to record gameplay on that I really know of. So I wasn't able to, but if this happens again, I'm definitely going to record it and post my own version of it on YouTube. the full uncut version, just like always. That's like the best part of my channel is that you all know I don't edit. You've seen me editing. It fucking sucks. Like, gotta be honest. I'm not good at editing. Like any video you've seen edited from on my channel, I did the editing. Okay, I don't have enough money to pay someone else to do it. So, yeah, I'm sorry about that, but yeah, if anything like this happens again, be expecting a video on it, cause the fact that like some like VR chat players are correct is amazing because some VR chat players would say that most YouTubers only really care about like the views and they don't actually care if they're right or not. And I feel like this was exactly that situation. Um, so I do want to put that out there that this is the situation. This is my half of the situation. So if you end up hearing the other half, now you know both sides. Okay. Um, if you have any questions, I'll respond when I see them. I'm pretty bad at responding to people nowadays, but I'm doing better. Um, but let's end this with some good news because that was some pretty serious and outrageous stuff. I said I was gonna smoke, but the entire time I didn't smoke. Good on me. Okay. Immediately smokes because, uh, you know. Anyway, the good news is, um, I have contacted an animator. I don't 100% know how legit they are because some of the stuff they sent me kind of looks AI. Like, half of it looks legit, but kind of shit. Well, the other half looks good, but, a little too good compared to the entirety. Um, like, but they did say that was exactly how the person wanted it. But, I know this isn't good news, but it's AI, so, I can catch people now. Um, they, one of their they did a walking animation, okay? A basic walking forwards, okay? They squashed and stretched everything. Like arms, the shoulders, everything in ways that a body shouldn't squash or squelch. So it looked very, very off. It looked very, very artificial. So, yeah, I'm gonna try to find a new one. Try to find a more legit one. Um, but I am finished the script for the first episode. I am still working on the script for the second episode because I know how I want it to start and I know how I want it to end, and I have an idea of what goes on in the middle, but everything else is like I'm trying to feel like just figure out how to like storyboard it essentially, because I might be good at creating stories, but I am I am not good at like actually writing stories. So I have pretty much foolproofed the script. Everyone I have shown it to has liked it and is excited to see it animated. But my biggest fear is that you know it being better on paper than in in animation. So I don't know. I just want to be as forthcoming as possible because you know, unlike most companies and most creators, I actually want to be like transparent and just tell you how it is. Um, like, I am the only person working for my company because I can't pay anyone else. And to be honest, I haven't been able to pay for the website or um, I was gonna say or the domain, but the domain has been glitched. I don't really know what happened. I kind of do, but I kind of don't. Um, so I'm gonna have to contact Google about that. However, I do that, I don't know. But yeah, hopefully I can find a way to get funding so I can make this a reality. Because I am really excited to see what people's reactions are. I have preemptively, probably sooner than I should have, asked some creators to react to them, and I am willing to pay them whenever, like, however much it is. I have asked them, hey, like, um, would you react to this? Um, and how would you? What kind of compensation do you want? Like, what do you want in return? Like, you could, I can give you permission to watch it uncut. You don't have to like edit it. You don't have to do anything. You can just react and post it full on YouTube. Like, sure, that is a lot of freedom, and some people might just pirate it that way. But at the same time, part of me is just like I want people to like watch it and still want to like go and find it and watch it, without a reaction, just watch it plain, you know? Especially that like most of my shows are going to be free on YouTube. There's no subscriptions, no nothing. My movies, however, if I ever make movies, they're probably going to end up on Patreon with like between like $5-10, depending on like the budget of the movie. But you know, I wouldn't have it any more expensive than like your average theater ticket. Plus, once you buy it, you'll have it for however long you have that account for. So you get to keep it for the same price as a theater ticket. You know, at least here for where I'm from, it's like $10-20 is the theater ticket. So I don't know. I've been rambling. I probably rambled your head off. I'm sorry. It's been a while since I made a video, and I feel like I need to touch all the bases before I end the video, so I don't feel like I have to like make another one right after this. You know what I mean? Um, yeah. If you haven't already, you should join my Discord. I have 4 VR chat groups. If any of you want to join and like vote on, what games you want to play, or whatever you want, go ahead, join, vote, and if there's not something there that you don't like, I have made um, a thread. I think it's called, I've used Discord for so long, but I still don't know all the terms. I've made a thread underneath the poll for any ideas of like other games within VR chat, mind you, that we could join and play, and it also has to be available on most platforms. So, because to be honest, I if I ever am in VR, I'm using my roommate's VR. If I'm over on the phone, I'm using my other roommate's phone. I don't really have a device that can actually run the game, so um, yeah, I will join when I can, but which is pretty frequently actually. So you know, there's a good chance if you join one of the instances, you'll actually meet me and be able to talk and just hang out. Um, if if you did watch this video all the way through and you do join me, like, and you do see me in VR chat, come up to me, say hi, be like, "Hey, I saw your video on YouTube. I I, I heard you on VR chat. I found your group. I'm now in it." You know. Um, Now there for my Discord server, there is technically a verification. I am still working on making it more foolproof. At the moment, it's a little flawed, so I haven't really been like verifying a lot of people, to be honest. If I'm just gonna be blunt, I there's been like one person. I haven't actually like one or two, mainly because they haven't really responded to me, so they have like the unverified thing and they barely can see anything in the server. So kind of like yeah. Um, but if you have a VR chat account, you should be able to at least see the VR chat announcements, even if you can't see anything else. So even like even if you don't verify yourself, you can still have go into like the instances, and technically you would still need to say your age there, but yeah, that one's more complicated than Discord. But yeah, um, I think that's everything. Yeah, if you're a part of my groups, if you want to find my groups, they're in my Discord. They should be in the VR chat like an announcement a channel in my server. There should be four of them. Only join the ones you're of age of, because we do ask when you join. So yeah. Anywho, I took up enough of your time. I say that, but then I always have something else to say, don't I? I hate myself. Uh, but yeah, one last thing before I leave. I'll actually end the video after this one. If you want to know who the mods or admin are for the server, the groups in VRChat, um, first of all, the roles are in the Discord server, and all of their usernames, at least for the VRChat mods and admins for my group, all of them are at the bottom of the description of my groups. So always read that before you believe someone who is claiming to be a mod, because there are some people who have been in my instances who have pretended to be mods. And sure, I appreciate the help. I love the help. But helping and pretending you're a mod are two different things. If you're asking for ages and don't claim you're a mod and you're just helping, then fine. I'll let you be. But if you're just actively just being like, hey, I'm a mod, you need to listen to me when you're not a mod, I'm sorry, I'm gonna say that people don't need to respect you. Because you're not an actual mod, you're just lying out of your teeth. Like, I'm sorry, it's just, you know. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful day. And I'll see you whenever I make another video, and I hope it's more positive next time. Because, yeah, I felt like I needed to say something before anyone else did. Because it's always good to understand both sides. If I was able to record it, I would have, as I said before. But hey, it is what it is. I don't know, might seem happy now, but I'm more just relieved that I just got off my chest, and you know that I'm telling you guys, cause yeah, uh, I don't know the YouTube thing. How about this? For the people who stuck by, you're all gonna be the ones that. Here's a test. If you stuck around this long, I'm gonna want you to write. I'm gonna pull up a username, and I'm gonna want you to write it down in the description below. Even if it confuses everyone else, just the username, okay? That way, people, first of all, know what user I'm talking about, but it's our inside knowledge knowing this is the person that is causing issues. So I'm going into my Discord because all of my Discord mods and admin and my friends too can see who's been kicked, who's been banned, and I literally copy. Actually, I can show you. I literally copy. You saw nothing. Anyway, literally every single person who has been kicked. I also have copy and pasted every log, every single thing the group has done, everything. Everything is of access for my admin and mods. And my friends. My friends can see this too. Because, some of my friends join and will be admin or moderator, even just temporarily. Let's see. Here he is. Okay, so just visit site. Get ready to pause. Okay. 3, 2, 1. You good? Okay. It should be long enough for you to pause it. But yeah, this is the user. Okay. I can probably pull up the other user too, because there was 3 of them. I think this is one of them. I'm literally going through the list right now. Of all the banned users. Also, if you ask, no, I did not ban most of them. I've banned some of them. Most of this is my other mods. Do I know half the reasons? No. VR chat does not let you tell reasons of why you kicked or banned someone, so it's just like, what reason? I don't know, they just did it. This was the person that was pretty respectful, but at the same time, they were saying that shit while having on. I don't even think I can say what's on their profile on YouTube. Um, so yeah, there's an issue. Going from having a problem with my shit to like having the weirdest profile, because I would have read it, but I don't. Actually, I'm 30 minutes in. It doesn't fucking matter. I can read it. I'm 30 minutes in. Who the fuck cares? Uh, okay, so their status, which is basically, saying like join me or something or whatever they put, because you can, customize it. Their custom, um, something they put on their status is I'll nut if you bully me, and their description says I'm filming at the balls. So, I'm sorry, who's the immature one here? I thought they were the one calling me immature and crazy and all this shit. When they have a profile like that. Like, I don't know if you can read that. But that's what it says. I'm like, oh, no. And I'm pretty sure this is the third one. I might be wrong. I didn't. I only memorized the one username because that's the main person talking to me, and like the YouTuber guy's avatar, which was like a penguin. So yeah, I'll let you go. I just wanted to rant about that and tell you who I'm talking about. I don't know the YouTube channel. None of it's linked in their shit. Um, you know, unlike my profile, something says you don't want to be found. You know what I mean? Also, you don't believe me. I have, besides a fucking long bio, um, both of my channels and the link to my Discord server. Which one of them says it was 13 plus. And it's like, bitch, I know for a fact it's 16 plus. I'm sorry. But, I know for a fact I made it 16 plus. To be fair, I could have had an editing issue and just didn't realize it. But I think I made most of it say it's 16 plus. So, yeah, he's kind of full of shit. Anyway, uh, these are my 4 groups. I got Hulk Boy Studios, which I got Hulk Boy Studios, no spaces. Hell of a Has-Been fan club. Stoners and Drinkers, and One Piece Talk. I feel like most of them is self-explanatory. So, yeah. If you all want to join, you can. It's 16 plus. We have let some people in who are turning 16 because, if it's not that far away, who the fuck cares? I'm sorry. It's just like, at the end of the day, it's like, I'm not too strict about stuff as long as you're just like a normal, decent human being. I don't really give 2 shits, Just be a normal, decent human being, and you'll be left alone. Obviously, after you say your age. If you don't say your age at least 4 times, and you should be able to have 4 warnings. If not, talk to me about it, because yeah, we're supposed to give at least 4 warnings before kicking or banning people. So talk to me or Lil Skilly or Star 8734, because I'm the owner and they're my admins. So talk to them or me about it, and we'll tell you what happened. And if we don't know, we'll fix it. Okay, thanks. Have a lovely day, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.